Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new around here. I'm Jenny and this is our Houston Smith home. Today we're going to do a little bit more spring decorating and getting the home ready for spring. We still are seeing very varying temperatures here in Tennessee, so one day it's spring, the next day it's winter, and everything in between. But we are going to go ahead and get some more spring decorating done. This morning I'm just stocking back up on my K-cups here in my little coffee corner. Gonna get a cup of coffee made. I ended up changing this coffee corner around Valentine's Day, and so I'm not really going to do anything different here except for just replacing my little coffee mug. As you know, I like to put out a coffee mug for the different seasons and different holidays, and so I'd picked up this cute little coffee mug. It's a little bunny, Easter bunny, and I'd picked it up at the thrift store last year. So I'll be using that in my decor, but other than that, the coffee corner is going to stay the same. But let's get us a cup of coffee going, and we'll get started decorating this morning. So here's a quick look at what the coffee corner looks like. I just love to cozy up this little corner, add in a little bit of seasonal towels and things like that. And as I said, I always like to put a coffee mug. I'll just leave this sitting out for decor. Now I'm going to drink out of it right now because I just made that cup of coffee. But otherwise, I just leave it sitting there. I just like the pinks and the florals, and it's just kind of plain, but I like the look of it. Now, if you remember on our last video, we started decorating here in the living room. We worked on the fireplace, kind of cozied up my egg chair for spring. I love the way it turned out. I have left everything just like I did in that video. You know, a lot of times I'll decorate and I have to let it sit for a week or so, look at it, see if everything seems right. And I'm super happy with how the fireplace turned out. It's just very simple, elegant, romantic. I love the frame here and the print. I got that thrifting and I absolutely love it. The dogwood branches. And then if you know me, you just know I love the egg chair. So this is what we worked on in our last video. If you didn't catch that, I'll link it down in the description box. And here is where we left off. And this is literally what it still looks like right now. My children both had strep throat, which they ended up giving to me a week later. So for the last couple of weeks, we've all kind of been down and sick, and I have not done any more decorating. I've not done any cleaning. It is just a mess here in my house. So today I'm actually taking the day to clean everything, get all the laundry caught up. I'm finally feeling better and glad to be back at it. But we're going to be working on this entryway table. I want to get it squared away, and I definitely have to do something with all these brass candlesticks. And even, as you can see, all my winter decor that I took down in the last video, which has been like 2 weeks ago, is still sitting here on the floor. So I've got to get that down to the basement, get it put up, and we're just going to start clean and fresh today and get started on this entryway. I always keep my diffuser in this basket. I picked that basket up at TJ Maxx, and this is just the Young Living Desert Mist diffuser. I just love it in the basket like that. I don't know why, but I like it like that. So I'm always going to use that. And then do y'all remember this little glass pitcher that I picked up at the thrift store a few weeks ago? I knew I wanted to keep that beside my diffuser. I like to keep room temperature water for my diffuser. So I knew I wanted to use that. So then I just started playing around a little bit. I wanted to put some greenery out and add a little bit of color. This vase belonged to my grandmother, and so I thought I would just put some greenery in there and use that for a little bit of height on the other side of the table. I played around a little bit with the brass candlesticks. I was kind of not feeling those for this particular display, but I went ahead and put a couple out just to see what I thought. I decided I would put a few essential oils out for display, so I wanted to add a little height there, so I just used this wooden little, I guess it's like a candlestick. I got it at the thrift store as well, and then I just stripped it down to bare wood because I didn't really like the color of the finish. So I added in some essential oils, decided to not use the brass candlesticks, and I put out a couple of these books. These actually were my grandpa's books, and it's old books about like trees and grass and stuff like that. So I just thought it was perfect for spring. So I just played around a little bit with that, and I think I'm happy with the top. I just wanted to keep it simple and plain, and I think I like the way it turned out.
I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Just tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself.
So what are we going to do on the bottom? I did not really have a plan for the bottom. I did a quick Pinterest search, looked at like some spring entry tables. It looks like the most popular thing to put down there are like baskets. A lot of people will put like 2 baskets that match down there. They'll put in like some throw pillows, some throw blankets, things like that. Just kind of cozy it up. I looked around, kind of shopped around my house. I do that. I shop around my own home. I had this huge basket, which obviously was way too big. Then I had another basket, which was really not the style of basket that I had in mind. And then I even tried to put a little throw blanket in there. If you remember from my Target video, I'd picked that up in the dollar spot. It just didn't look right, just didn't feel right. So I nixed that, and I decided to see what a little bit of greenery would look like in that basket. I had lots of stems, and I thought I would just play around a little bit and see what that looked like. Tell me in the comments if you have an entryway table like this that has a bottom shelf. What do you put on the bottom? How do you decorate the bottom? Do you have some type of baskets? And what do you put there? Because I just feel like this bottom shelf is always a problem for me. And I can't 100% decide if I like this. Of course, I love my sweet baby. Got another one of those books that was my pawpaw's. I need an updated picture of Lily though there. So anyway, this is kind of how it ended up looking. I'm not dissatisfied with it, but I'm not 100% sure I will leave that bottom shelf. I think I'm happy with the top shelf.
You set my world on fire. You're my heart's desire.
Here's a look at how it kind of all ties into the living room and that corner over there where my fireplace is. So I think it all ties in together really nicely. And this is just an example of how you can just sort of shop your own home, look around at things you already have, get on Pinterest, get on Instagram, look at ideas, watch these YouTube videos and get ideas, and then just shop around your own home and see what you can find to use. And you know, you can just make the space look so different with just things that you already have on hand. I could have easily picked up a lot of new items at Target this week, at Hobby Lobby last week, and redone the entire table. But for a budget, look for different seasons, shop your own home, use what you have, and it turns out beautiful. All right, that is all I have for today, y'all. I hope you enjoyed the video. Maybe that gave you some ideas. I am not 100% satisfied with the bottom of that entry table. I think I'm going to try to maybe go thrifting and see if I can't find some baskets. I would love to find like 2 matching baskets. They just need to be the perfect size that I could just put down there. I think that would look good. I don't want to pay a whole lot of money for it, so I may hit up some thrift stores and see if I can't find anything there. For the meantime, I'm going to leave it just like it is and just kind of see if it don't grow on me. Sometimes I like to do that, you know, especially if I'm a little unsure about something, just leave it and look at it for a few days, because sometimes it ends up being something I like a little bit more than I think, and sometimes I don't like it at all. So don't be afraid to do that and just let it sit for a little while and see what you think. So I may go thrifting. I am also planning to go to Walmart this week. That's actually going to be next week's video. We're going to see what Walmart has out for spring. I've been seeing a lot of people finding stuff out in the garden center and actually using it inside their home. Have y'all been noticing that? I don't know if you're over on TikTok. I recently got on TikTok. If you're not following me over there, if you are not following me over there, I am over there at our Houston Smith home. But I've been seeing a lot of people getting things in the garden center and actually bringing them in and using them inside their home, which is kind of interesting. So getting pretty creative there. So I may, you know, go this week and I'll take you along and we'll do that video for next week. But y'all let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think and give me your ideas for the entryway table for the bottom. Give me your ideas for my table and let me know what you use in your home. And I appreciate you all so much for being here. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any more videos. It's totally free. You just hit subscribe and it lets YouTube know that you enjoy my content and that you want to see more of my videos. So I would appreciate that. It really helps me out. And like I said, I'm so happy you are all here. I appreciate you watching and commenting and just giving me all your ideas. And I hope that I help you and give you some ideas. So y'all come back next week. I do upload a new video every Tuesday. So I will see y'all then. Bye.
My life was great till you added color.